Hola amigos, what is up? This is TalesFireManga, and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy III for PC. In the last episode, we cleared up the sealed cave and beat the Djinn by using items. Totally not cheating, they're in the game after all, so I mean... I really just did not want the Djinn to do to me what I thought he was gonna do to me. Bosses in Final Fantasy III are actually kinda ridiculous at points, because they all have the ability to attack twice. And that's not very fun. In fact, I think there are bosses later on that can attack 3 times, and that's even better. Oh well. Now I've gotta go to Castle Sasune and clear up the curse. Hello there, Princess Sarah. You and your oddly low-res textured cleavage. Looking great. We must cleanse the ring in the blessed spring. That should lift the curse. Blessed spring flows below Castle Sasune. Let us hurry inside. Alright, fine. And chucks the ring into the water. You're gonna have a great time fishing that ring out. But on the bright side, if you were to fall into the water, you would be very clean. We at Castle Sasune believe in shampoo and conditioner. In return, your courageous deeds have saved the kingdom. You have my deepest gratitude. We must go. We've been chosen to be the warriors of light. Ingus, are you leaving as well? Actually, the shampoo and conditioner comment, how much gel do you think Lunith and Ingus have to use to get that much hold? I mean, look at their hair, it's kinda silly. I mean, at least Ingus's, character art looks somewhat decent, but... Oh hey, we got a magical folding canoe. I am not making that up. Somehow I'm not making it up. We have a magical folding canoe. That is the best thing. And that is going to be the name of my new rock band. Magical Folding Canoe! 1, 2, 3, 4. In the front of Black Rose your party, just select the same character twice. Okay. Let's change the order of party. Alright, so far so good. Basic stuff. Everyone! Lady Sarah. Everyone be safe. Promise me you'll come back to Sasune when your duty is done. Alright, we will. It's funny because you said duty and I'm 5 years old, but okay. Now that we're out of that, however, I would like to take a little bit of a moment to explain jobs. No, not like actually getting a job, but jobs in Final Fantasy. Now as you can see, all of our party members are freelancers. But there is a job system in place where characters can change their job classes on the fly to get different abilities. Now, we're going to be using 4 different jobs here, but I'm going to be talking a little bit about the freelancer first. The freelancer gives you your default costume. Other than that, it's not useful outside of maybe cutting a goblin or 2. The freelancer's stats suck, and it can only learn level 1 white or black magic. The stats aren't, awful for early game, but if you compare them to the stats that other classes can get, especially at the later game, suddenly freelancer is not a very good option. On the bright side, however, freelancers are at least versatile, able to use melee attacks and magic. Pretty cool. Alright, so now that we've gotten that out of the way, gonna do some job class training. First, Lunith. The Warrior. Warriors, when they're not desperately avoiding trying to come out and play, are good at dealing damage. Warriors are basically your damage class to your fighter class. They're basically the early game powerhouses. They possess higher stamina and higher attack power than the freelancer class, but aren't quite that good with magic. In fact, they can't use any of it. The warrior is capable of using some pretty strong weapons like swords, daggers, and axes, but falls short in the later game. The warrior is also capable of using a command called Advance, which sacrifices an amount of defense to power up your attacks. Sadly, it's not really that great. As your job level increases, the amount of damage Advance does increases, but the amount of defense you lose from it also increases. So warriors are very high risk, high reward at times. They're still definitely good enough to get you through any early game dungeon though. Now Arc is going to be our White Mage. The White Mage. Nobody fucks with the White Mage. At least if Team 4-star has taught me anything. The White Mage is capable of casting white magic, so while they're not physically strong and probably best suited to the back row, they are a very handy tool to have. White magic is based around healing and removing status problems, but they do also have some spells that can be used to damage enemies as well. White mages may not be the best at killing things, but they get the job done when it comes to healing dudes. Whenever you have a white mage, you are never going to need to use potions. Well, unless you run out of MP. MP is scaled back a little bit in the remake versions of Final Fantasy III, so you have less of it to go around, but magic itself overall seems a bit more powerful. Right, now Refia is going to be our Black Mage. Black mages are the same as white mages in terms of their melee output. Not that great, though black mages do have the additional benefit of being able to use bow and arrow. Black mages are also pretty good for damaging enemies through indirect means as well, thanks to the fact that black mages can, well, cast black magic. Black magic includes a lot of offense-based spells like fire, blizzard, and thunder, and is great for damaging enemies, at least in the early game. In the later game, black mages don't have as much of their effectiveness, and while black magic itself feels a little bit more powered up in this game than it was in the NES game, the black mage still isn't an awesome class to use for a lot of late game areas. So, black mages can be replaced with melee units, and you might not lose that much. On the other hand, however, it is pretty cool to attack multiple enemies at one time. And finally, Ingus is going to be our Monk. The Monk class is interesting. They combine the power of punching with the power of getting progressively stronger at punching things. Monks may not have much power right now, but as they level up, their attack power increases. For every job level you get, your attack increases by 2 points. So a high job level monk is capable of dealing some serious damage, especially because they have a fairly high agility stat, enabling them to hit multiple times. Their aptitude for magic sucks, however. They can't use any of it, and are fairly vulnerable to magical attacks. So you do have to be careful about that. Now that we've covered all of that, it's time to go back to Kazus and check out what there is to check out. So probably going to put an annotation link somewhere in the video that enables you to skip the class explanations. Father? Refia, you're alright, thank the heavens. Whoa, hold on. Taka just really looks like he has like a 1,000-yard stare. His eyes are like looking in every direction he does not want to look in. Also, Refia's left the party. That's a bit sad. Maybe we can reason with him. Taka, please. Can't you see I'm busy? I'm sorry, I want to go with you, but I don't think Father would let me. Aww, but I want you to go with us. That sucks. No, well, may as well talk to Sid. Good work. I knew you'd pull it off the moment I saw you. I'm guessing you can make better use of my airship than I can myself. But first I want you to take me back to Canaan. Mrs. Sid's been waiting a mighty long time for me to come back. Sid has joined the party! Kinda. Alright, so now we've got Sid following us around, so we should be all fine and dandy. Actually, we can also buy some equipment as well, which would be nice. Mithril rod, mithril knife, mithril sword. Let's buy 2 of those, actually. That wouldn't be good. Alright, let's equip you with the mithril swords. Man, look at that attack power now at 34. That is a man who takes shit from no one. Unless they're resistant to melee attacks. And mithril armor, that's also pretty good. Mithril gloves. Mithril bracers. Mithril helm. So we got some pretty good equipment going on here already. I'm liking that. I'm liking that a lot. Man, I'm gonna have so much defense. So much slightly higher defense. But I think that's about all we can really do. Well, we can buy a mithril rod. If all else fails, we can probably just like, I don't know, throw it at someone to distract them. Or we make our escape. Not gonna be that useful otherwise. No, well. Alright. Now I've got to travel with Sid all the way back to the airship. Get aboard our magical folding canoe. And bring it back here because I just realized what we have to do to progress the plot. Alright, come on, come on. Now that we have Sid, we've actually got to talk to Taka again. Sid, you old dog, it's good to see you, and not through you again. Say, Taka, we were thinking of busting that rock and null with the airship. I reckon we'd need a mithril ram on the ship's bow. Think you could hack one together? Sounds feasible. Wait here and I'll smith you one in no time. Give me a hand. Is Refia a mutant that has 3 hands? Is one of her feet a hand? Because that would be weird. Oh well. Actually, maybe she's just got a spare hand, like, tucked away in a pocket or something. In case somebody asks her to give them a hand. Alright, the airship has been fitted with a ram. You'll find it outside Kansas. Set her up and bust some boulders. Alright. Now that we've gotten that out of the way, let's go. Let's go bust the fuck out of some rocks. Alright. Oh, hi! What? But I thought, shouldn't you be... Thankful to Father for taking care of an orphan like me all these years, but this is something I have to do. Wait, you're an orphan too? I'm one too. Wait a minute, I too have no parents. What a crazy coincidence. Alright. Let's go break the hell out of that rock for now. We can worry about orphans and becoming Batman later. For now, we just gotta bust some rocks. And destroy our airship at the same time. Phew. Good old airships. Well, that was entertaining, wasn't it? Good to see everyone's intact. Good old airships. So sturdy as usual. Let's go ahead to Canaan then. Thank you for your help, lads. Let me know if there's anything I can do to help you out. Probably want to get your hands on a new airship. You have to meet King Argus first. And they made the airships home. The king's the one who knows the secret of creating the engines. Alright. Sid has left the party. I probably should have explained what Sid could do as well. Sid can cast fire and hit things. Not that you'd know any of that from how quickly we got out of there, but... no well. Now you know. Let's go in here as well. Oh, Desh, my beloved Desh, when will you be back? I have to go to the mountains in the east where Dragon is said to dwell. And what would drive you to go to such a place alone? Maybe it's because you just talk in exposition. Alright, we're gonna find Desh and bring his ass back here. And get a mallet. And get whatever's hiding in here. Gold needle, wow, that might be coming in handy. Should legitimately well come in handy in the next dungeon, I reckon. But, you know, we all seem to be intact. We all seem to be fine and dandy. So what do you say in the next episode, we take on the next dungeon, and head to that mountain in the east right there, with the oddly hairpin-turned path. And I'll see you guys then. This is Tails Frogga signing out. Thank you guys for watching.